Good day, Bravehearts, and welcome back to another Doc Demo Live. I'm Dr. Daryl Wolfe, and today we're going to be talking about colon cancer with Diane. And just before I bring Diane on, I'm going to talk about a couple of things. But first of all, let's make something perfectly clear. Colon cancer? Okay. Colon cancer is one of the fastest cancers today. And I'm going to tell you why it's one of the fastest cancers today. Because not only have we been programmed to actually eat toxic food, okay? Because here's the deal, okay? Food corporations, okay, are not in the game of nutrition, okay? And healthcare today is not in the game of proper eating. So, and the government isn't in the game of watching what anybody's doing when it comes to either of these things. So that can be a real problem. But do understand something. Colon cancer is on the rise more than anything else. And understand, 99.9% of the population have a bowel problem. That's right. Okay? So everybody thinks they have good bowel movements, but nobody even knows what a good bowel movement is. And then if anybody understands, or they should be starting to understand, if they've been watching my one-a-days for the last few days. Okay? And I've been doing what's called, okay, the root of disease, and I've been doing it every morning on Facebook. And I've been talking about the large intestine, which is the holy grail of the human body. You know, all the organs got together, and the brain said, I'm in charge. The kidney said, I'm in charge. The liver said, I'm in charge. And you know what the bowel said? I guess I'll just shut up and leave it all to you guys. Well, guess what happened? That when the colon decided to shut up and shut down, everybody else got polluted. Okay, so understand this. The colon is not just, not just a sewer system. It is a compost. It is where 85% of your immune system lives. This is your good bacteria. Your good bacteria are the most major part of your immune system. And bacteria are the most intelligent part of a human being. Meanwhile, we've been taught to attack it, haven't we? And we've taught to disrespect our large intestine, which we're all doing. Because how do you disrespect your large intestine? Because you've never been taught how to eat properly. So if there's no guard dog at the front of your mouth, you know, most people will say, well, it tastes good and it'll fit. Okay, that's about it. And the reality is that what people do not understand is this. They don't understand the subconscious. The subconscious, okay, is the subconscious. It's not conscious. The subconscious is not conscious. And the subconscious is a big storage shed that holds prominent and dominant beliefs. The shape of your body, the shape of your life is dependent on your beliefs. Oh, but wait a second here. We're going to find out today that Diane's beliefs are not hers. They're her mother's and father's. They're society's. They're her friends. Okay, what are her beliefs? The 5 people she hangs around with the most, that is their beliefs. Go figure. Is that a good thing? I don't think so. Because every mother, every brother, every sister, every father, every buddy has been given a dysfunctional manual. So when everybody gets together to talk about their illnesses and what the latest greatest is, they haven't got a clue what health is even about. And it's not because people are dumb. People are not dumb. People have dumb beliefs. And those dumb beliefs have been orchestrated by everything. Media, TV, healthcare workers that we believe in and trust. They're just as programmed as anyone else. I would never, ever, this is just personally speaking, I would never ever go to an institutionalized practitioner. Do you know what that means? A practitioner that went to school for years and years in colleges and university. Oh, he's so smart. No, I want to go to a practitioner that is like my great-great-grandmother, because that who's going to heal you, your great-great-grandmother, not somebody with a diploma. Okay? I've got 3 PhDs. They're not medical. And understand something. You can take them. They don't even hang up on my wall because they mean nothing to me. Correct information, loving, honoring, and respecting yourself and giving that to another human being is more of a healing than anything else. Don't tell me how many years you went to school. What was your, oh, I went to Harvard. Really? Well, I'm scared already. Thank you very much. understand something right now. Get back to nature and get back to loving yourself. And I will tell you something right now. Cancer patients don't know how to let go. They hold on to their crap on an emotional level forever. They don't know how to process their emotions. They don't know how to let go. But that's most of the population. But with colon cancer, wouldn't you say it's a problem of not being able to let go? Because you wouldn't have the cancer unless you had a lot of infection that created inflammation that caused mutation. It's not like you were cursed by God. Everybody has a body that can heal, but not everybody has a mind that can heal, because not everybody is mindful of their beliefs. Understand something. If we'll talk to Diane, and if Diane wants to be truthful, because most people don't know how to be truthful, because the subconscious will lie, cry, and justify to protect its dysfunctional beliefs. And understand, once we go through things with Diane, this is not about judging Diane. No. The judgment stuff stops. This is about observing and going, okay, we should do more of this. We shouldn't do so much of that. And that's what it's all about. I don't do these doc demos to show that people are uneducated, because people are overeducated in the wrong information. Like, that's not happening. 86% of the population has an autoimmune disease, and not just one, but 1, 2, or 3. I guarantee that Diane doesn't just have bowel cancer. She has other things going on. And guess what? 80% of the population is overweight. But now that the majority of the population is overweight, I'm the minority. So I'm the one. And you know what we do now? Even what's it called? Something secret, the lingerie. Go take a look. They've got pictures of women that are 40 pounds, 50 pounds overweight. Now, listen, get this straight. In my book, everybody's beautiful. I'm not kidding. You can be underweight, you can be overweight, you can be anything you want, because we are all children of God, and we all need to learn how to feed our spirit. But the whole industry is going to swing towards being overweight. Why? Because if we can get everybody comfortable about being overweight, then they're going to eat anything, and they're going to eat all the time to suppress their emotions, and they're going to get sick, and they're going to have to take our drugs. Then they're going to have our surgeries, and they're going to need more drugs, and then they're going to need a hip transplant. They're going to need a heart stent. They're going to need mesh for their hiatal hernia, for their inguinal hernia. They're going to need rods because the bowels will be leaking waste, and it'll be eating away their spine, and then eventually they'll have to have their spine fused, or rods put in, or screws, or plates, or everything else. And understand, and that's because we filled our plate too full of the wrong food. And this is the bottom line. I don't know. I just want to be an advocate. I want to be a warrior. I want to let everybody know it's not your fault that you're unwell, but it's got to be your responsibility, because you can't find it out there. Go ahead, find me truth. Go ahead, go to any hospital and find me a good diet. Go to any hospital and find me someone who says, listen, sweetheart, it's because you're unable to process your emotions, that you are always in conflict in your mind. You are always creating trauma for yourself. And when you do that, you're creating acidity. And then when you get upset, you don't eat right. And when you don't eat right, then guess what? You've got to store the toxins. So your body's got to make fat cells. And then when it can't make fat cells anymore, it makes cancer cells. Because bloody well, you better understand this, that a tumor is not a death sentence. Cancer is not a death sentence. It's a wake-up call that you are unconsciously, subconsciously eating yourself and treating yourself to the disease. And what does disease mean? It means you're not at ease, which means that you're not in alignment with that beautiful spirit of yours. And understand something. You give me a person that has a disease, and I'll give you a person that has been emotionally abused. And then guess what? Well, Dr. Wolfe, you're not very intelligent, because we've all been emotionally abused, because they call it adulteration for a reason. By the time you're an adult, you're adulterated. So I'm trying to give everybody the full view here, that Diane doesn't have colon cancer because she doesn't care for herself. She doesn't know how to care for herself. And I want Diane to think about this before she comes on. And I want her to answer it truthfully. How much does she depend on her family filling up her heart? How much does she depend on the dog or the cat that she owns, the bird in the cage? How much does she depend on society loving her and telling her how beautiful she is? Or, Mommy, thank you for cleaning up the house. If you depend on your children, your husband, or your wife to tell you how much they love you, to fill up your heart every day, then you're already living a sick life, because it's only temporary love, and it's called ransom. If you don't do the same thing for your husband, like kiss his little butt every day, he might just ignore you and go, well, and he doesn't even know he's ignoring you, because we do most things on a subconscious level, because we're only conscious 2 to 5% of the day. If you don't know how to connect to your Lionheart breath, stay in the present moment, then you're the terrorist. And don't tell me that families love each other. Yes, they love each other the best they know how. My mother loved me the best she knew how, and she was an alcoholic, and she was angry. She got raped by her father over and over again when she was young, and she tried to love me the best she could. My father was a born-again Christian pastor, and he believed that his boot, the best place for it, was up my butt. And understand something. I would rebel because he was trying to put me in a box, and I was always in trouble. They used to call me the wild one. Oh, you'll end up in jail someday. Nobody will love you. Blah, 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 blah. I love my parents. They did the best they could, but damn it, we need to do better. We need to love ourselves well, because no one else is going to do it for us. Because your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your uncle, and the kids, nobody knows what health is. They don't even know what a good poop is, for God's sakes. The whole thing is messed up. So let's just start over. Let's throw it all out. You know, if you need emergency medicine, go to the hospital, okay? And I'll tell you something. If you need and want a life where you actually heal and stay healed, if you don't want to fill up your own heart totally with love and care for yourself and unconditionally love yourself and forgive yourself and put yourself first, it's not selfish. If you don't want to put yourself first and know what the needs are to become healthy, then you're always going to be unhealthy. The best gift that you could ever give family is to make yourself healthy and then stand in your power and say, no, I'm not eating those Doritos. No, I'm not having that ice cream. No, I'm not having another glass of wine that has 150 cancer-causing chemicals in it, thank you. No, I'm not going to get emotionally upset and eat a whole big bag of chips or a bucket of ice cream. No, I'm not going to get depressed and lock myself in my room for 5 days and hope that Superman's going to come on a white horse with a red cape and save me. It's not happening. So understand something. Just like everything else is gotten to its boiling point, so is health. We have never been sicker in all our life. You know what? You can have 3 autoimmune diseases, and guess what? You are known as healthy as long as you're not in the hospital. Because you're healthy as long as you're taking drugs that suppress every pain you have. Meanwhile, pain's a GPS. Go ahead and kill the pain. Kill the GPS of life where your body's screaming and saying, please love me well. Hey, have you never had a relationship before where your wife or your husband says, please, I want to talk to you about this. Shut up. No, come on, shut up. I'm not talking about it. So that'll end in divorce, or both people will die of some disease because you can't go on like that. So now tell your body to shut up by suppressing it by overeating, overdrinking, overtoking, oversmoking, or doing prescription drugs. See how well that works. Oh, wait a minute. That's what we have done. That's why I just gave you all those statistics, and that's why we're going to hell in a basket. So all we have to do is one thing. But the hardest thing I'm going to be able to teach Diane today is that she's beautiful, that she should love herself 100%. Let herself off the hook. And anybody that makes her feel guilty or makes her feel shame, she should not have them in her life. Say goodbye to them. And right now, I'm going to tell you right now, put Diane up, please. So right now, Diane, don't say anything, but guess what? How many people, Diane, and we'll see in her face, how many people are in your life that don't respect you, Diane, that don't honor you, that don't treat you the way you want to be treated? Do you want to know something? You brought those people into your life to confirm that you don't have value. If you want to change, Diane, you're going to have to let low-frequency foods go. You're going to have to let low-frequency TV shows go. You're going to have to let low-frequency friends go. You're going to have to let low-frequency habits go. And that's the bottom line. And if you're not willing to do it, Diane, then you can go to the chop shop and you can take drugs for the rest of your life and just try to get as comfortable as possible. But the reality is, if Diane were to actually listen to me right to the T, in 3 to 6 months, Diane would have a whole totally different life. And cancer is not a curse from God. And cancer is not a death sentence. Cancer is, wake the hell up, Diane, and stop trying to kill us. Diane, would you like to come on?
Sure.
What do you think about what I just said? All of it.
Hit the nail on the head on all of it.
Yeah, and guess what? You have such a beautiful heart. I already know that. You kind of feel lost right now, eh, Diane? In life? I see it. Yeah, you're lost. Yeah. So all these people around you, all these people trying to help you, and they're all lost too. Wow, isn't that great? So guess what? Now you're a tortured soul. Now here's the deal. How many people do you live with, Diane?
2.
Who are they?
My common-law and my stepson.
Yeah, and do they eat worse than you do?
Yes.
So guess what? Where are they today?
At work and doing their thing.
Okay, well, you make sure they watch this show, Diane. Do you want to know why? Because if they watch this show and they still bring all their junk foods home and their bad habits home, then they're the terrorists in your life. Did you hear what I just said?
Yes.
Are you willing to hold the line for yourself and truly love yourself and not bring any junk foods or any drugs or any alcohol into this house anymore? And do you have enough control that you can control these bad boys?
I'm going to try.
There you go. That means that's a lie. Yeah. So when somebody says they're going to try, then there's the chance of not following through are so huge. And that's okay, Diane. I get it. But you should be saying, no, I'm doing this. So let me just ask you, would you rather they keep on bringing home their junk foods and living the way they're living, and then you're trying to clean up your diet and lose the infection and the inflammation that caused the cancer? Or would you rather just continue because you're that lonely and you need love that you're just going to go along for the ride and it might take your life? Or for the time that you do live, you don't mind suffering because you need love that much. And I know that love is like oxygen and we can't live without it. But the reality is, do you feel loved by yourself? Do you feel loved by your partner? Do you feel loved by your son?
My son, yes.
Okay, all right. Does he respect you?
He's learning.
Oh, he's learning.
He's my stepson.
Okay, but
he's my stepson.
Well,
he had a very
okay. Stop. No,
beginning.
You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to make him into a victim. Oh. You know what? Everybody who's had a really hard upbringing and a hard life, you know what? Go ahead. You just keep on being bad. Keep on being emotionally abusive and physically abusive to yourself and everyone else. Just go ahead and do that because you've had life so bad, okay? Understand something. I can talk to anyone, anywhere, and guess what? They can tell me their life story, and it's probably been a crapper. So what do you want to do, Diane? Do you want to tell yourself how your upbringing was so bad, or do you want to create a new story where you're the hero, the fair maiden that saves your life? Or do you want to make your stepson into a victim? Oh, he's had a hard life, so let's just allow him to stay broken like me. How's that going to heal anyone? Now, people might say, oh my God, Dr. Wolfe, you are so hard on Diane. No, Diane's hard on herself. Diane, honestly, and I need you to be honest, and most people can't do this. Close your eyes, take a deep breath. How much do you love yourself? Please. Now, I didn't ask you if you wanted to live or die, Diane. I asked you how much you love yourself.
Not very much.
I'm picking up 2 to 3%. Now, understand something, Diane. Do you know what? And I'm not making this up. Okay? I do tons of interventions for families. And by the time we get into these interventions, you know what everybody says? I don't even know what self-love looks like. I don't even know what it smells like or tastes like. What is even that? And you know what the world has done, Diane? I'm going to tell you something. The world has taught us that suffering is the way. That's how you show your love. How much do you suffer for your family, Diane?
A lot.
Yeah, and how's that paid off?
Terribly.
And
Terribly.
Yeah, but did it help to show that person? Did they grow? Did your suffering heal them on an emotional or physical level?
No.
So guess what? And people don't like to hear this, but as soon as I hear someone's voice, I don't even have to see them. I already know the program they're running. Okay? Do you know what the biggest program that you've run? You keep on thinking that if you suffer enough, you'll find the love that you had when you were a young little girl. How are we doing, Diane?
We're close, but I don't feel I had that love either when I was a young little girl, other than from grandparents.
Oh, I'm talking about here, right here.
Yeah.
Right here. So you never had that either?
I don't recall it, no.
Okay. Can I ask you a question? If you don't want to answer it, just don't answer it, okay?
I'll answer.
Were you sexually abused when you were younger?
Yes.
Yeah, I know that.
That came out when I was when my oldest daughter was the same age I was. I didn't know, because when you're really little, your brain buries it all to save yourself, I guess, is the way they explained it to me.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what happened?
Yeah, definitely.
Do you mind telling
Pardon
me?
me?
If I ask you a question and you don't want to answer it, just don't think you're disrespecting me. Just don't answer it. How did that happen?
No.
How did that happen, love?
I don't recall who the person was. I've had flashback memories. I have a good idea, but of course, because I'm not 100% sure, I will not name anybody. But I can see what happened to me, and it was definitely sexual oral abuse.
Okay.
From the time I was about 3 until I started school.
Right. Okay, so now we've got your overweight problem. We've got your overeating problem. You have so much self-hate for yourself. Okay? And I got to tell you right now, none of it's true. It's not true. How are we going to get you to tell a different story? Because the true healing is in what we're talking about right now. We will talk about the colon cancer. But guess what? Are you ready for this? What did I say about colon cancer before I knew about your story? I said that people with colon cancer can't let go. So what can't you let go? This story? What story?
I don't know.
See, the thing is that we bury the story so well, eh? The subconscious wants to protect you so that you don't get hurt anymore. so it buries it really well. But you can't bury something and it not stink, that it doesn't cause some kind of trouble, right?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me, or?
No, I'm just listening.
You have a beautiful smile.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's your power. That's your power. So I'm going to ask some questions here. We'll bring it down to a physical level for a little bit, but we might go back into the emotional, because understand, I want you to get this. Even though we're going to talk about the physical, the emotional is 99.9% of your problem. What kind of health is your partner in?
What's his health like? Terrible.
Yeah, I know. Okay. So you pick someone like that. You do know that, right?
It wasn't when I first met him, and my health wasn't as bad either.
Did you hear what I just said?
No.
You pick someone similar to you. And I'll tell you what, see, here's what we do, right? The subconscious actually picks our partners unless we are awake and conscious. That's why, you know what? I don't know what's going on. You know, every time I pick a guy, he's always the same. He always treats me the same. Yeah, that's right. Because you have to be conscious about it. You got to find someone that loves and cares for themselves, because if you don't, they're not going to love and care for you. And of course, when we're younger, we're not as sick. But because we have sick beliefs, and the older we get, the weaker we get, the sicker we get, the stronger the sick beliefs come and the weaker we are. Did you get what I said? So if you've got total loving, caring beliefs, and you keep doing those beliefs, they get stronger and stronger until you find your Braveheart goddess. If you have beliefs, okay, of disrespect and dishonor for yourself, those beliefs are alive. They're entities. They get big enough that they start to eat you up. So what happens is we get eaten up from the inside out, and that's called autoimmune disease. And look it up. The definition is attacking oneself. So the emotional becomes the physical. The psychological takes care of it all. So this is just a question. The reality is you could have your partner and your your stepson, and you could change everything today. But it wouldn't happen unless everybody agreed that at the table they're not going to bring any toxic emotions home. They're not going to bring any toxic food, drugs, alcohol, or anything. And that we're not going to do the same things that we always did. You know, people say, I just want my life to be different. Well, then you got to be different. You got to change yourself. How are you going to do that? Now, let's say that your partner says, I love you, but I'm not changing. I'm having beer and chips and I'm watching the football game and that's it. And I work hard and I'm tired and this is all I've got left. I don't have anything else left. We don't have a sexual relationship left, do we? We don't go out and have fun anymore, do we? And because of all these lockdowns, the only thing I have is my beer and my tacos. You're not taking that away from me. So what kind of energy is that? Is that a healing energy? So the reality is do we really love each other? When we love each other, then we're going to love each other. We're going to change. He would change things. Your son-in-law, your stepson, would change things. If that home doesn't become a love, health, care zone, then guess what? Everybody's going down. So this is the type of health that I practice. I don't practice, so just drink a little bit of water and cut back on your food a little bit. And no, why don't we just change the story? Because if you change the story, you change your parts of your personality, then you'll change the reality. So do you like who you are, Diane?
No.
So what?
Okay, let me fix that.
No,
I know
I will.
inside I have a good heart.
Oh
I
no,
I'm a good
you
person.
don't have a good heart. You have an amazing, beautiful heart, girl. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. You have an amazing heart. You have an amazing spirit. The problem is that you don't honor it.
No.
I mean, you actually let people disrespect you and you don't give it a second thought.
Exactly.
And then you call that love. Well, it's
And
better
I
than
put my
it's better.
foot down a few months.
What?
Sorry, I put my foot down a few months ago
Oh yeah.
and tried to instill some change.
Oh no, you don't.
And
You don't
just
you don't put your foot down. What you do is you have to walk away from it. No, you can talk with a soft voice. You know what? What's your partner's name?
Clayton.
Clayton. Just know this. I love you. I couldn't love you more. But the reality is, Clayton, I have colon cancer. Colon cancer is not a physical disease. It's an emotional one. The reality is there's not enough love in my heart for me to heal. There's not enough love in this house for us to heal. How are we going to change our life that you start loving you more, I start loving me more, and we shine that light on each other? How are we going to start doing things that we are actually making each other happier, not more miserable? Toxic people are not great to be with. Okay? How does it feel when you've got cramps? How does it feel when you've got diarrhea? How does it feel when your bowel's on fire, your pelvis is on fire? How does it feel when you have no energy?
Horrible.
Okay, first of all, everybody, healthy people are a lot more fun to be with. Sorry, but that's the way it is. So if you're unhealthy, you're not a lot of fun to be with because for many reasons. You don't have a lot of energy and you're in pain. And you know what? I'll tell you right now, when I am in pain, I need to go rest. I need to heal. I don't need to be short and upset with people. When I was younger and I didn't understand that pain was telling me that I wasn't loving myself well, now I know. If I get a bit of a headache or I get stressed out, I'm just going to be quiet for a half an hour, go do my Avicin, and I come back as right as rain. You need to understand this, Diane. The sicker a person is, when there's drama and trauma and chaos going on, they don't feel any pain. As soon as the drama and trauma goes away and there's peace, boom, cancer. Boom, pneumonia. Boom, pains in your joints. Boom, gout. So when we've got stress and we are in fight or flight, the body is only thinking about running. What are we doing? And that's what's been going on for almost a year now with people. Well, it was going on before that. The world was already insane before that. You know, here's how you tell if you're emotionally okay up here. When things go to hell in a basket and you got this. When you go 3, 2, 1. I got this. You know what? No matter what I do today, no matter how much I love myself or love the world, you know what? Or try to do things for people, poop's going to hit the fan. Okay? All right? And it's going to hit the fan. And when it does, I need to stay calm. If I can take action to help someone, I'll do it. But if not, I'll mind my own business. Think about all the times that somebody is unwell in your family. How much do you suffer for them? You know what? I'd like to have you in my family because I wouldn't have to do any suffering because you'd take it on.
Yes, I would.
Okay, let's come back. All right. So, what time is it there now, love?
It is 2:21.
Okay. All right. Okay. What did you have for breakfast this morning?
I had a bran muffin and a cup of tea.
Okay. So, how much light, how much frequency, how much nutrition is in a bran muffin?
Probably not a lot.
Zero.
A little more than
0. Okay. So now what is a bran muffin good for in the morning? You might as well put a cork up your butt. So, can I ask you your weight?
Yeah, it's over 200.
Okay, all right. And your height?
5'2".
And eyes of blue?
No, green. And my wrists are I'm tiny frame too.
You're what? You're
My frame is very small.
Okay, all right.
Like I'm
So,
small boned.
okay, so we know that you could lose 80 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I need you to understand this and I need you to get this. So probably nobody's ever told you this before, but let's put it in this framework, okay? You're 80 pounds of emotional inflammation. You're not overweight.
I've been learning that from
What?
your site.
What? Okay.
I said I've been learning that from your site. Yes.
Okay, sweetheart. And I do mean sweetheart. So here's the deal. If you've got 80 pounds of inflammation, do you see how your face is kind of round?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's water. That's not fat. So just so you know, that's water. And if you didn't retain, okay, so there's 80 pounds that we could lose. But understand something, and you may not believe this, but I can tell you right now, there's probably 45, 50 pounds of water. If I took away that 45 or 50 pounds of water that's cooling down your body and trying to dilute the toxins and the inflammation down, you wouldn't last the week. Okay? You wouldn't last the week. And if you did, it wouldn't be much longer because it's like a raging forest fire and there's no fire department. So, and then the fat cells, well, the fat cells are just storing toxins and chemicals. That's all fat cells are. Fat cells are just doing that. And the problem is, you could eat as much as you want if it was whole plant-based foods. But most of the food that you eat in your house is packaged food and cooked food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or takeout. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's actually taking you out. Yeah, you're being taken out. You're being taken out right now. So let me ask you a question. Why don't you, okay, did you take a look at the Perfect Day diet?
Yes, I started to. I have that downloaded on my phone, actually.
Okay. So the Perfect Day.
I've had a couple of really rough days. So they did a test on me at the hospital the other night that shut me down for a day and a half.
Oh, can I say something? Can I say something? Okay.
Yes.
What do you think's worse? The fear and the shock and the trauma every time you go to the hospital, the news they give you, or the disease you have? Which one do you think?
The fear, the shock, the trauma. It's been awful.
Okay.
Absolutely awful.
So you know what? I'm going to say this, and I mean this. Anybody wants to come on my show, please come. The medical system has been brainwashed for terror. Did anywhere along there did they say that if you're 220 pounds, you need to drink at least a gallon of structured water a day? That you should be drinking 1 quart of warm water in the morning to try to flush the toxins, try to loosen up the mucus, because if you're going to try to clean a house, you'd use warm water. And did anybody tell you that you shouldn't be eating until noon? And if you have to, that we'll talk about those foods. Did anybody tell you that that everything is about vibration, that you are a spirit being, a light energy spirit being first and foremost? And if you don't feed the spirit with light and high frequency, that your body will die, because the physical body is just the end product of how much your spirit is shining. That's it. That's it. So the disrespect you do to yourself, the disrespect that your family does to you without even knowing it, stops today. How does it feel when people disrespect you? Are you okay with it? I mean, no, I know you may not be okay with it, but are you okay with it? Because the reality is, do you actually say something, or you just get hurt and walk away, or do you just get angry and swear? Which one?
I used to be somebody who felt like the need to defend myself, but that changed in the last year or so. I don't need to defend myself anymore. I am who I am, and I'm a good person. And I'm just trying to take my life back now and try to figure out how to do it in a really healthy way.
Okay.
So,
well, the first thing is that let's clean out the cupboards in the fridge, girl. And then, you know what? And I mean this, okay? What's your partner's name?
Clayton.
What does he like to do on his off time?
Game
Game on TV?
on, yeah, his device,
What?
on a device, laptop,
Okay, all right.
iPad.
Clayton, I got a question for you. Do you love gaming more or do you love Diane more? Clayton, I got a question for you. Do you love bringing home the junk foods or do you love Diane more? Do you just need a warm body beside you or do you want a great relationship? What's your stepson's name?
Liam,
Liam. You mean, how old is he?
he's 15. He'll be 16 this year.
15, 16. Liam, you got a big life ahead of you, buddy. You better learn how to love and respect yourself and honor yourself, or you're going to be ending up being a gamer like your father. And guess what? You can't hide out, dude. Life is for living. Life is an adventure. And I'm going to tell you something, Liam. Get rid of your anger. Get rid of your frustration. Learn to love yourself so you can love Diane. And even when Diane pisses you off, okay? I want you to go up to her and give her a hug. Don't swear at her. Don't get angry at her. Everybody's trying to make it through this thing, Liam. And love is the answer, but it's not about toxic love, buddy. It's about learning to love yourself unconditionally and forgive Diane, forgive your father and yourself, but hold the line and know, Liam, you can have anything you want. Okay? And look at Diane and look at your father and say, what are the good things I want to learn and what are the other things I don't want to learn from them? Right, Diane?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So anyways, Diane, what do you like to eat for lunch?
Well, I'm really confused right now because I've been told from the hospital that I can't. I would love right now a fresh salad, some cottage cheese, avocado, some tuna. That just makes my mouth water. But I've been told I got to stay away from fresh vegetables and too much fiber and roughage because of a potential blockage.
Okay, first of all, okay.
So I'm scared to eat now.
Okay. So the reality is this. I've never had anybody that's had colon cancer that actually got a blockage from being on the perfect day. And I will tell you something. Do you know how many people come here with cancer and blockages? And do you want to know something? You don't get a physical blockage until you have a mental blockage. And you want to know something else? Everywhere in your body where you feel pain, swelling, redness, suffering, that's a blockage. So you've got many blocks already. And the reality is this. What do they want you to eat? Tell me what they want you to eat.
All he said, the surgeon said was, and I haven't had any surgery yet for this, but he said, this was the initial surgeon in the emergency. He said, chicken, eggs, just try to eat light. That was kind of his only thing.
Okay.
The doctor that was there, the regular medical doctor, told me that she wanted me to take one Senecot a day.
Okay, so do you know what Senecot is? It's a pharmaceutical drug with senna in it, and senna is the most powerful laxative of herbs. It will actually tear your bowel apart.
Great.
Oh my gosh! You know what? I want you to go and tell your surgeon and your doctor to come on my show and then straighten me out so that I don't go around poisoning the world. So the next time you see them, say, Dr. Wolfe, Doc of Detox wants you to come on his show because he knows that there's so much that you could teach him. Let me tell you something right now. Go ahead. Don't eat live foods and don't get life into you. Okay, what do you think that a piece of chicken or meat has? Zero frequency. Do you know why most appendix attack occur and bowel problems occur? They occur because of dead animal products and dairy. You stay away from all dairy, girl. Dairy is an inflammatory product, and you are addicted to dairy.
Yeah, I can't have tea or coffee without dairy. But I can't, if I drank a glass of milk, I would be physically ill. It's I know I have an
So
allergy to
I
dairy.
know, but no, nobody in the world can drink dairy. Nobody can do cow's milk. Okay, we're the only species after we're weaned from our mother's breast that we got to go around and look for bigger breasts. Jeepers creepers. And guess what? You know what we did? Okay. So here's the food industry. Okay, guys, this milk thing, there's got to be money in it. Oh yeah, there is. Well, what do you think we should do? Well, you know what? Let me see. Pigs are the closest thing to human beings. Yeah, but pigs have small udders. I mean, what kind of milk are we going to get out of them? I know. Let's go on a hunt and we'll see. Whatever has the biggest udders, that's what we'll sell. Bigger udders, more dairy. I wrote an article, okay, called Utter Nonsense, Scary Dairy, and I was sued by the Canadian Dairy Board for $250,000 back when I was 28 years old. They didn't get a penny. Why, Diane? Because the article was right. Okay, so here's the deal. No dairy, no cottage cheese, no yogurt. You couldn't give me a yogurt factory and Greek yogurt. Ooh. Oh, yeah, but now I eat Greek yogurt. Oh, yeah. Next year it'll be East Indian yogurt or Palestinian yogurt. Oh, come on. Well, you know what? You can get humans to eat poop on a stick. You could sell them anything. Look here's the deal. We need you on a whole plant-based diet. And if you're going to do a cleanser, do this. Do the daily cleansing tea. Do you know why? Because it cleans your lymph, it cleans your blood, it cleans your colon, it cleans your kidney, helps to clean your liver, and it's all gentle. Or you could take a Senecot and blow your butt apart.
No, thank you.
Okay, all you doctors out there with all your degrees and your beautiful shiny white coats, any of you, I'd love you to come on because I've had enough. And guess what? We've all had enough. Don't pretend that you know anything about diet. Don't pretend you know anything about cleansing. And did you notice your doctor will never mention detox? They are not allowed to say detox because God knows you wouldn't want a detox, would you, Diane? No, let's just blow up.
Can I say something, Dr. Wolfe?
Yeah.
I was on the phone with my general practitioner when he found out the news that I have cancer. And of course, before I was diagnosed with cancer, I always said I would never do chemo or radiation just from watching other people go through it. And so I had told him that I would like to look into alternative methods, which you and I have already discussed, that chemo is the alternative method. And I couldn't believe how fast he shut me down. And he basically said, don't be ridiculous. Now that you've got a cancer diagnosis, people are going to come at you with all kinds of natural cures. And we all know that they're false, and there's no scientific backing to back up any of their claims.
Okay.
And he said, I need you to focus on what you do next, and that's probably going to be chemo and radiation.
And so what I need you to do is I need you to save the planet and make sure that this doctor comes on my show and tries to humiliate me and stop me from injuring people. So the reality is, okay, so we've been on here, I don't know how long, probably half an hour, 35 minutes, and I haven't tried to sell you anything until you brought up Senecot, which is a toxic drug. And do you know what Senecot does when you take it? It gets into your bowel, and your bowel goes, what the hell is this? Get it out of here. So it tries to get rid of the Senecot and anything that's loose stool, but nothing that's mucoid or sticky poop, and that's the stuff we want out, okay? I got to tell you something, okay? Corporations think they own the world. Corporations think they own you. They own me, okay? And understand something. Nature is the way, okay? And you know what? There's a genius inside of you, Diane. And you know logically, go by your gut feeling. Don't go by your brain because they've tried to train our brain into what they want. And you understand something, Diane, you can tell me I'm a liar too. Or, oh my God, Dr. Wolfe, you're after my money. Yeah, well, that's why I do these shows, is try to set people up. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Love yourself well. care for yourself. That's the first and foremost thing. Vitamin L is the most important thing that you can go after. But the reality is, Diane, you've got to look at the Perfect Day diet in the library. Look at the 4 pillars of the perfect day. Okay? Please start trying to do the squats. Try to do the pelvic squats. Go to the DIY guide. I'm going to go through a few things. Go into the DIY guide in the in my library. So we're going to go to Doc of Detox library. We're going to click on library. Oh, by the way, it's free, everyone. Okay? And we're going to go in and we're going to go to the DIY guide, and I need you to take a look at the pelvic squats, Diane. And even if you have to hang on to the cupboard, just practice for 30 seconds, whatever you can handle without, I don't want you to strain yourself. Never hurt yourself again, okay? Never hurt yourself again or let anyone else do it, okay? Because I'll be watching you. I'm in the bathroom, I'm in your bedroom, I'm everywhere, okay? All right. So you're going to go there and you're going to do the pelvic squats, and you're going to take a look at the pelvic enhancer. You're going to get a belly button therapy kit. It's inexpensive. It's $35. And you're going to use that because when you do the belly button therapy, you release 50% of your dopamine, 70% of your serotonin, and millions of endorphins, and which means that you're going to put yourself in a pleasure state, and it actually causes your body to have a 20 to 25% more stretch. So if you can do that, like I tell you to do first thing in the morning, I want you to start doing the belly button therapy first thing in the morning. Connect to your breath. 6 seconds in, 7 seconds out. I want you to picture that healthy, beautiful Diane. I want you to picture that no matter what trauma comes in your day, you're going to keep a slight smile on your face, and you're going to go and you're going to put on a Braveheart love band and go 3, 2, 1. I got this. That's the old me. There's a new sheriff in town. I'm going to eat right. Okay. And then what you're going to do is get up and you're going to drink 1 liter, 1 quart of hot water. Nothing else first. And I'd like to have tummy love in it. And, okay, tummy love is a mixture of humic and fulvic, 25% humic, 75% fulvic. And what it does is it encapsulates any viral, bacterial, fungal, things of that nature. But it goes in and it absorbs, okay, 3 times its weight in heavy metals and acidity, and it also delivers 60 different micronutrients to your cells, and it makes everything wetter. It makes cells wetter, okay? And then I want you to also use a product called Black Gold. I don't know if I have it here. Okay. Do you drink coffee?
Not anymore. I'm more into the teas now. Coffee upsets me.
Good. I'm glad you don't. But when you do the tea, can you use almond milk, okay? Or use coconut milk? Stop with the dairy. Mm-hmm. 1 little bit of inflammation right now is like an atomic bomb for you. Do you understand?
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. I mean, it's like this. Your resistance is down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your body's already saying, Diane, we're going to battle for you here, girl. There's not going to be a lot of energy left over for other things. Okay, so please, whatever you do, please make healthy choices. Bring in high-frequency foods, high-frequency drinks, and don't get yourself stressed up. And don't call Aunt Martha, because when you do, you're 3 hours upset every time you call her. And stay away from people that cause you terror. Can you do that, Diane?
Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely.
No, but no, I mean it. Trust me.
I'm listening.
Whether you believe it or not, you're addicted to the drama, girl. Okay? Because it validates that life sucks and that you don't get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't been getting what you want because you've been validating it, and you've been also making people come into your life that won't deliver it. You can't give what you're not. So if you bring people into your life that don't know how to love themselves, do you think they know how to love you?
Exactly.
And I know that Clayton's going to be pissed off when he sees this if he watches it. And guess what, Clayton? I love you, buddy. I love you. Do you love you? Do you love Diane? Are you spending time with her? Does she have to fight to get your attention? Okay? Okay. Anyway, so Black Gold, you'll mix it with your blender drinks. I want you to do 2 berry drinks a day. And you know what? You can have eggs, but you're not going to maybe like this. If you think that you need protein, then I want you to take 1 or 2 free-range organic eggs, mix it with berries, frozen berries, organic. Almond milk or coconut milk, doesn't matter. couple of eggs, some black gold, and some of the milk, and then blend that up, and it tastes like a beautiful shake. And then I want you to do that shake. I don't care. You can do it once, twice, 3 times a day. And then I want 2 large salads a day. And yes, you could put avocado on those salads, or beans, or some lentils, but nothing else. And you can only put 1 protein. But you could put a little bit of beans on one salad that you have at lunch, and an avocado on the other salad you have at supper, and then 2 blender drinks. And then, Diane, you don't need anything else to eat. It's in your mind. And
No, I don't eat a lot. I honestly don't. Even
I know,
though I look like
but
this.
you don't. I know, but no, but
It's the wrong stuff. I know.
I know, but you're eating garbage. Okay.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
that's because of what happened to you years and years and years and years ago. You feel like you're a piece of garbage. So that subconscious belief, you're going to have to work on that one and get rid of it. That's all. And the reason why you're retaining water is because you don't drink water. You don't drink water. Yes, I do. No, you don't. You think
You've
you
mentioned water on your site. What water am I looking for? I forget the words. No,
it's called, here, I'll show you. I'm just going to show you the most reasonable way to go. You can get a whole house unit if you want. Okay. That's a structure unit. Okay. And guess what? Never breaks down, never wears out. I'll give you 3 months. You don't like it? Send it back. So the reality is you pour all your liquids through this, and it structures and protects it. You can actually put this under a tap and do tap water, and it'll structure it. It doesn't filter it. And guess what? It's non-toxic. The chemicals and stuff can still be in it, but it changes the frequency. Look at, rainwater when it comes down? Why isn't it poisoning the birds, the bees, the flowers, the trees, the organisms? Why isn't it destroying the crops if it's that acidic?
Mm-hmm. Because
it's structured. So whatever water you get, if it's been charcoal purified or osmosis distilled, doesn't matter. If you don't run it through the structure, you don't hydrate properly, because water's a food. And if everybody were to structure their water, they'd have 1,000% better hydration to the cells. Kangen water doesn't do it. Distilled doesn't do it. I don't care if you got a $10,000 water purifier. It's not going to do it unless it's structured. And that's the deal.
Okay.
And structure units have no filter. They never wear out. They don't take electricity. And there's nothing in them to break down. And this is a shower unit. Okay? So you can use a shower unit on your shower so you're not taking in the chemicals. Or you can get a whole house unit. All right? There's my sales pitch. Okay, good. All right. See, I was after your money. Okay, let's move on. Now, that's right. Got to reel them in nice and slow and then hook them. Okay. All right. So anyways, I want you to look at the Perfect Day diet, and I want you to take it real serious. Mm-hmm. And I want you to talk to those loving boys of yours and say that, for the next, they can eat all the junk food they want, but they can't bring it on the property. They can drink if they want, but they can't do it in the house. They
don't drink.
Oh, well, okay, but you know what I mean. Well, they do drink Gatorade or pop.
Right.
Okay? All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So they can't do that stuff. They can't bring it in, because the problem is this. Do you need any more tests? Oh, yeah, sure. Just bring in the chips and the ice cream. Just keep testing me while I'm trying to change my personality, to change my reality. Okay?
Right.
And I don't know what your finances are like, but please go take a look at the ion calcium guide in my library, and go look at calcium ion therapy for part 1 and part 2 cancer. Okay? Calcium ion therapy for cancer, part 1 and part 2. Go watch it, just so you know it, and then we can talk about it. Okay? The other thing is that I do want you to also... So I did the tea, we did the black gold, we did the tummy love. Now, I want you to go and take a look at the Perfect Day, the 4 pillars of love, and read about how to do this, okay? This is snapping yourself back into the present. This is a hug. This is a kiss. And this is every time you decide you want to get angry at yourself or call yourself down or eat something bad, you're going to go, that's the old me, I got this. And you're going to walk away and go for a walk outside. And then you're going to come back when you feel stronger and throw that stuff in the garbage. Because the deal is nobody's allowed to bring that garbage in the house. Okay? And I want you to list out the 6 things that you're passionate about and give you purpose about living. And I want you to print those out. And I want those in the bathroom. I want them in the car, and I want them everywhere in the house. So that I want them on the fridge. I want you to keep on linking in, okay, and focusing on your passion and your purpose. And Diane, do you have anything to live for?
It doesn't feel like it, no, but yes, I do.
Oh, I
Obviously.
didn't. Don't say that. I was only that. I was only setting you up. You're not supposed to say that. You're supposed to say, "Yes, I've got a lot to live for, Daryl." Shut your mouth. Okay, try that.
No, I know the head. I know what I need to be thinking, but sometimes it doesn't feel like much. Yeah.
Diane, I love you, and I'm not just saying it. I love you. I want you to love you, and I'm not kidding. Diane, I love you.
Thank you.
Okay. I want you to think about that. Not me loving you, but I want you to think about that people love you, Diane. You're beautiful. I want you to love Diane. I want you to love Diane to the point that you're going to protect her against your subconscious that says you're not worth it. And that's going to be your battle. Now, Diane, the 1st of April, I'm coming on for an hour and a half, and we're going to be doing the advanced water fasting. And it's going to be where we're going to do 2 weeks of the perfect day diet, like a whole plant-based, and I'm going to show people how to start detoxing to get ready. And I think it's around, what is it, around the 14th, right? We kick it off. And then we do 6 days of advanced water fasting. And Diane, you can do this. I'll tell you, if you could do 6 days of water fasting and go even further, if you could go further, do you have someone that would love you and respect you and not eat around you, and that has some place that you could go and walk out into the country and just take walks and be with nature and be with yourself? Because understand something, most people would heal. Okay, people aren't going to like this. Most people would heal if they got away from their family. Okay, if they got away from their family, if they got into nature, if they really went inside themselves and really looked for themselves, and then lovingly detoxified their body. Because we do know that between the water, between the waste inside of you, and the fat cells and the scar tissue, we are talking 80 pounds. What's wrong? Can you?
1 second, I'm having technical issues.
That's
Sorry.
okay. It's
Oh,
okay.
I can hear you there.
Okay, yeah, you're
Okay.
still with us. You're still with us.
I'm just gonna get
So-
rid of the
so-
earbuds.
What would your life look like if you totally loved yourself? What would your life feel like if you totally loved yourself? And then I want you to write that down. I want you to write that down, what it would look like, and then I want you to go for it. Do you know what? Do you believe that it would be selfish for you to live your dreams?
No,
Then why
no,
aren't
it's my turn.
then what it's your turn. What was there a lineup?
Apparently.
Yeah, there was subconsciously. There was, sweetheart.
I was taking care of everybody else.
I know
Yes.
that. I know that. But guess what? That's right. Us men, we got to be babied, okay? And you women, you're supposed to go to work, come home, and then work for us. So, just try to stay on course, Diane, okay?
I've been trying.
Yeah, I bet. It's not working, so get off of course. Okay. Okay, sweetie. Okay. So I also would like you to take a look at a coffee enema. Believe it or not, you don't have to embrace it right away, but the ultimate coffee enema would be so good for you because, it's where is it now? Oh, it's over here. So this is a coffee enema bucket, and this is the coffee. Go read about it, okay? And yes, a coffee enema is an enema. But the reality is we need to start triggering your liver to dump the toxins. And with the coffee going in, trust me, it's not going to hurt. It's only going to help. It's not going to hinder your bowel, okay? So I want you to give my phone number to every medical doctor if you say something that I said and they say that I'm a danger. give them my phone number, 855-900-4544, extension 5. Tell them they can directly call me, okay? And then if they want to come on my show, they can tell the world how dangerous I am, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, and how I'm up to something. I don't know what it is, but I'll figure that out too. Okay, so try to take a look at the Ultimate Coffee Enema. Also, we have a product called C60, okay? And it's C60 coconut oil. It has more C60 in it than any other product. We didn't put it up back. I'm redoing my website, but C60 is 250 times stronger. Not 250%, 250 times stronger than actually vitamin C. And it will neutralize free radicals better than anything else. It's called the miracle molecule, okay, because it is a miracle what it can do. It's actually, per gram, it's 2 to 2.5 times more expensive than gold.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. So I want you to take a look at that. I don't want to overload you because I want you to know that you can call me. You have my extension, and we can call and we can talk about things. I also have another product called Mag Infusion. And and you can put that under your tongue, 2 scoops, 3 times a day. It'll calm things down. And also if you put 2 scoops under your tongue before you go to bed, and then do your belly button therapy, and then breathe in 6 seconds, out 7 seconds. And every time you do that, you're going to say, I love you, Diane. And then every time you go to the bathroom, Diane, you're not allowed to leave the bathroom. And if you do, it's not a punishment. You got to go back to the bathroom, and you got to look in the mirror, and you got to go and look right in your eyes and say, Diane, from this very moment on, I will love, honor, and protect, respect you unconditionally before anyone else or anything else. So help me God. And you know what? That's the way it should be. I want my children, and I told my children when they were younger on the couch, I said, me and your mother screwed you up because we're adulterated. Sorry, but we'll try to do our best when I finally woke up, right? And I told my children that you need to understand something. Loving and honoring your mother, father is great, but you better love and honor yourself first and foremost. And I told my kids that, because if you don't, and you love and honor yourself as much as me and your mother do, you're going to get yourself into trouble. You got to love and honor yourself, because if you don't, you'll get into drugs, you'll get into alcohol, you'll get into trouble, because we will do anything for love. Think about the things that you did for love, Diane. When I was younger, the things that I would do for love, I didn't know I needed love, but I would go to great lengths because I couldn't live without it. And even if it was a toxic one, it was something. So that's why you got to practice loving yourself and then really get good at it. And then you know the type of love you're going to look for out in the world. Because guess what? 9,999 couples out of 1,000 have a dysfunctional love out there. Only 1 out of 10,000 couples actually have a functional love. And right now, people are watching the show. Well, honey, that would be me and you. And yeah, sure. Yeah. No, it wouldn't be. Unless you have really gone inside yourself and you have pulled out every dysfunctional belief, and the only beliefs you have are totally loving, honoring, and unconditionally taking care of yourself, then there's no way that you can do that for another person. And people don't know what love is. Love is an ingredient, and it's gone toxic on this planet. And I don't even want to hear the world going, love, love, corporations use that. Everybody uses love, love, love. No, it's self-love and self-care. Because if you're desperate for love, you'll do desperate things. And I say to everyone, people will pick the food, the people, and the therapy that they get dependent on how much love they have for themselves. Oh, listen, no problem. You can poison me, drug me, you can stab me, you can do whatever you want, okay? Let me tell you something, but I'm not telling you that emergency care can be important. It saved my daughter's life. I know when it serves people, but guess what? 99 out of 100 surgeries never had to get done if the person would have known that it was okay to love themselves. But when we go to love ourselves, we feel like it's a selfish thing. So what do you need to let go of that tumor in your bowel? What do you need to let go? Do you want to try and answer that?
I don't have an answer for it. I know there's probably a lot for sure. You're making me go real deep in my brain. So, yeah, there's a lot.
Okay. So when this show's done, what can you get rid of in the house to lighten the load? What have you been putting off in the way of phone calls? What have you been putting off in the way of just getting things off the back burner? What have you been putting off? And guess what? You haven't been putting them off. You've been shoving them down in your bowel where you know nobody will look for them.
Yeah.
You know what? If you could just, and also if you could get into things like my clapping. Did you read about that or see it?
Yeah, I saw part of it. I haven't seen the
Well,
whole
go
thing.
watch the video, okay? The new video, the 2-hour video, will be up in about 1 week. It's a beautiful video. It teaches you how to do it. And go to clapping your health, clapping yourself. Clapping for health guide. I'll be okay. It's been a long day. Clapping for health guide. Go take a look at that. Take a look at the belly button therapy in the do-it-yourself guide. Go take a look at skin brushing. You know, start loving yourself, girl. Okay? And start drinking the water. I haven't seen you take one sip of water since we've been on here. Was that a plastic bottle? You can't do that because a plastic bottle has xenoestrogens. And that's even
no.
worse for the... No, see, but do you see how you just said, I know? So you know, but you'll still do it. Do you see how... Do you see how easy it is to dishonor Diane? How old are you, Diane?
57.
Okay. It's time to start loving yourself well. Okay?
I agree.
What can I do for you? Is there anything else I can answer or anything I can say?
No, can I stay in touch with you after this? And there are a couple of other questions I have, but
Well,
I
this
really
is just the beginning of our relationship. You know that.
don't. Okay.
You know,
I don't want to discuss some things on air. There's just a couple of questions I would have for you after.
Oh, listen, that's just perfectly fine, Diane. And you listen, I'm going to tell you something, Diane. The day that you can call me and call me 3 times that day and not go, I hope I'm not bothering you, and just know that you are the queen of everything, that will be the day that we start the healing. The day that you stop feeling like you've interrupted someone or you just aren't meeting everybody's standards will be the day that you heal.
Yeah.
Right? And don't say sorry either anymore. Okay?
I say that a lot.
Oh, no, I know that.
I know. It's
Okay.
so habitual.
Okay, so if you intentionally tried to hurt me, I could say, okay, I'm sorry. But you know what? I am never going to say sorry to anybody unless I intentionally hurt them. Even if they go, I can't believe you did this. And I go, okay, all right. Okay, I get it. You're hurt. Let me tell you, how did I hurt you? What is it I said? Because most people are just hurt because your beliefs don't match theirs. Most people are hurt because you're supposed to live their life. Most people are hurt because they're victims. How many times have you heard this one, Diane? I'm a 3-cancer breast survivor. Well, wasn't once enough? Okay? I don't want to hear about your survival. I want to hear about your thrival. I want to hear about your brave heart. I want to hear about how you'll never get sick again because you totally unconditionally love yourself and you won't do anything low vibrational to yourself. I want to see you demand from the world that they better respect you. And the only reason why we are in the house and they don't want us to get out is because everybody just goes and they have no respect for themselves. We actually believe, the majority of the population believes that it doesn't have the right to deserve. Well, I'm not one of them. I guess you could tell that, Diane?
I could, yes.
I haven't even begun to roar. Because I will live my life in integrity and I will fight for my brothers and sisters, and that means everybody on this planet, okay? And that's that. I know what my purpose is. My purpose is to what? To shine my light as bright as I can. You know, you could be in the biggest arena in the world, and a little 2-year-old, 1-year-old that just started walking, walks in with a candle, and now you know how to get out. It's as simple as that. Become the light. Diane, give me a call when you're ready. But please go into my library, watch the A to Z masterclass so that you understand how the brain causes the inflammation that causes the scar tissue formation, the calcification, the crystallization, and the mutation of cells. Go and watch How to Become Number One at the Art of Number Two and find out how you put a cork up your little sweet bum and how we're going to get it out. Okay? Can you do that? And then I want you to also, you got lots of homework here.
Yeah.
Okay. And I want you to also go in and do my Braveheart 33-day course. It's a deep emotional training. If you went and did that 3 times and you went and watched all this stuff, and then what do you do for a living, Diane?
I'm at home right now. I used to be administrative assistant, working in offices, office management, stuff like that. But I'm at home now.
Okay.
And
Okay. Your destiny? Get rid of this problem, this little obstacle, by loving yourself well. And then I want you to go out and shout it out to the world. And I want you to take pictures of the way you are now and the way you're going to be. And I want you to tell your story. And I want you to be that Braveheart goddess. Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Call me at your convenience. And if you don't get me, always leave a message and just say, Dr. Wolfe, it's Diane. I'll know who it is. And then just say, this is my time zone. Please give me a call around this time.
I'm on the coast.
You're on the coast?
Yeah.
Okay, love. Okay. All right. Anything else before you go?
No.
Okay, get yourself a stainless steel water bottle, okay?
I will for sure.
Okay. All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, and understand. Look, we can spend
knowledge.
We can spend more time together, okay? Just try to, you know, I say to everyone is, you know, a lot of people don't really care for Facebook, but this is where I do my training. I mean, everything I do goes up on Telegram, and the things that I can't talk about on Facebook go on Telegram, and that's at T.
I follow you.
Yeah.
I follow you on Telegram.
Okay, so anybody else, you can download Telegram on your computer or your phone, T.me. Can you put it up for them, please? I have to wake up the guys on the video part, you know. Okay. T.me / the Doc of Detox. I'm also on BitChute, and tomorrow morning I'll be doing, have you been watching my Facebooks in the morning?
I haven't.
Okay, I've been doing all about the bowel all week. And it's called The Root of All Disease. And I do it every morning around 8:30 until I finish. And we've done 3 of them already, haven't we? And tomorrow's number 4. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
All right? Yeah. And so I'm just going to keep doing them, you know, blah, blah, blah. You know me. So, yeah, so if you want to check that out. And thank you, Diane. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you. You too. Thank you so much.
All right, sweetheart. All my love.
All right.
Bye.
Okay. Love back. Bye-bye.
There you go, everyone. That is the beautiful Diane, and I do mean beautiful Diane, and I know that she's going to find her Braveheart. And, you know, the thing is that most people today don't even know that they have the right to fight for self-love and self-care. Think about that. Sunday, March the 14th, that's this Sunday. 1 second, hold on here. I went too far. Saturday, it's not on here. Okay. Sunday, March the 14th at 6 a.m. Okay. We will be playing scoliosis. Okay. This is a girl who at 16, they wanted to put 2 rods, 16-inch rods in her back. She's had scoliosis. She's 32. No, she's 35 now, believe it or not, 35. Anyways, I'll be doing an interview with her, and we'll be showing you pictures of how the scoliosis got so bad. She had a big lump on her back, totally twisted, and you'll see that she's come to us 3 times for about, I don't know, I think it's about maybe about 7 hours of therapy. And you're going to see how we've done the impossible. You heard what I said. When you see her back and you see what we've done, and this is what, not we've done, but what she's done, but we did Wolfe Non-Surgical. She did all the other things that we've asked her to do. Okay? All right? So we'll have scoliosis on Sunday, which is tomorrow. Okay? And then on Monday, March the 15th, we'll have inguinal hernia. Okay, this is Tom. Tom's calling me on. And guess what they told Tom? They told Tom that, guess what? You got to go in and get mesh. And Tom's wife knew me. She took our course. That we're doing, the one we're doing in Playa del Carmen in May, and then here in June, she took that course. And she called me up and said, oh my God, we're in the hospital. I don't know what to do, Dr. Wolfe. They want to do surgery. And Tom has an inguinal hernia. And an inguinal hernia is caused because you have root rot. Your bowels rotting. Yeah, go figure. And the lining actually inside your, that lines your abdomen, it rots away. Yeah, because you've been pooping in your abdomen, because the waste gets absorbed and it gets inflamed and it wears out. So you got your intestine popping out. And I said, well, it's like this. Calm down, Tom. Calm down. The whole family was freaking out. The daughter was there too. You'll hear the story, okay? You'll hear the story on Monday. Anyways, I think that was 6 months ago. And we'll be talking to him on Monday. And guess what? The hernia is hardly even noticeable. Go figure, right? Okay. So, reverse the irreversible, okay? Take the impossible and make it into I am possible. All right? That's what we want to do. I'll have Sherry Tenpenny on Thursday on here on Facebook. It'll only be on, okay, at 10 a.m. Thursday, March 18th for an hour. Then we got to pull it down, and then it'll be on Telegram, and it'll be on BitChute, but it will not be on YouTube because I'll get striked for it. But guess what? The amazing Sherry Tenpenny. She's world renowned. Go look her up and then tell me if you should miss this show. Okay? So it'll be on at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then if you miss it, go to my Telegram at t.me/the doc of detox. And understand, remember I was talking about the water fasting? That starts on Thursday, April the 1st, where I'm going to do an hour and a half show and talk to you about how you can do the perfect day diet to prepare. And it's 14 days, and you're going to lose weight. You're going to feel better. You're going to get rid of inflammation. And then we're going to kick into a 6-day water fasting challenge. You can do 1 day, or you could do 12 days, doesn't matter, or you can sit on the sidelines. But for pity's sakes, please participate in the loving of your body. Please participate, okay? And let people know as well, okay? And just know this, that if you go onto my website, if you want to join our Braveheart Nation and get my newsletter, just always either sign into the library so we have your email. It's not, I promise you, 95% of all the emails you get will never be about product. It's going to be about empowering you, okay? And what else do I want to say? Also, if you want to see or hear my shows, then you can go to iTunes, where else? SoundCloud. And where else? And Spotify. And you can download just the audios onto your phone or anything else, and you can listen on the subway, walking down the street. You know what? Inform yourself. Empower yourself. How would it feel to you? Better still, how would it change your life to be certified in the most powerful training in regards to the emotional and physical body? Whether you're coming to us to enhance your clinic, or for personal growth, or finally, to live your passion and purpose as a natural health practitioner, you are only limited by your beliefs. But that ends today. We will be holding this New World Practitioner certification in the amazing Casa del Agua facility, 15 minutes from Playa del Carmen in the beautiful Mayan Riviera of Mexico. Can't wait to see your smiling face.
Sage is by far the best teacher I have ever touched base with. I've done a lot of courses out there, a lot of programs, a lot of emotional work, mystery skills, but this really touches, it kind of bridges the emotion and the physical component together.
He's fun and he's thorough, and he doesn't, he's making sure that you know the techniques. And so when we walk away from this particular course and we walk away, we feel confident, and he has given us that confidence.
I took my Touch for Health training in probably about 20 years ago. I also incorporate that into my practice, but it doesn't deal with the crystallization, inflammation, and calcification. So that's why I said that this is kind of the missing puzzle piece that I needed to help people get to their optimal health.
That's the moment where you leave and you become a complete professional in what you do and in your business. You leave with the ability to be a total professional at what you do.
You can deal with the emotions and let that go. Two, like you deal with the physical. But what we're doing with this non-surgical is you're combining the emotion and physical together.
And this is the component that now I can help others. And now I'm here and I am trained and I am certified, and I can take this and I can help you.
Something about this spoke to me so true. The mind-body connection and being energy beings. It's profound, and I want to share it with others so that they can have the tools to feel this love and heal themselves.
And you as a practitioner or a doctor will be that guide to help see them transform and help support them through their conflict resolution, I call it, or making peace with things that have been unresolved.
Give me a call. This is your time to shine. Just remember, all questions matter because your life matters. You matter. If you're looking for life-saving and life-changing information, well, you've come to the right place. Don't forget to click and subscribe. Stay connected.